G'day everyone, Ali here, and thanks for stopping by today. Well, in my previous video I made a double gift voucher tag holder, so that's it there. And what I want to do is I want to actually make an envelope. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my favorite tool, one of my favorite tools anyway, and this is the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. So I really do love using this, but I don't use the punch, I need to sharpen it. So I do have an inverted punch here to help me, so I do need to get round to sharpen it. But yeah, and how you sharpen it is just get some aluminium foil and stick in and just keep punching away in the aluminium foil. But I'm really slack, so that's just me. But anyway, so what I need to do first is I actually need to measure out what size envelope I do. Now I do have an app on my phone, okay, and the app is a envelope generator for the 123 punch board. So I'll see if I can link that app down below, because I use this all the time. Very rarely I use my measurements in here, so I find the app is really good. So that's tip for the day. Okay, so I need to measure, so I'll just get that ready. Okay, so I mean it does have imperial and metric, so I just make sure that I'm in metric because I work with metric. With my ruler, all I'm going to do is just measure the length or the long side of the card first. Okay, and that is 17 centimeters. So in my card here, I click on 17 centimeters, and then the width or the short edge will be 6.5 centimeters. So 6.5 centimeters. So I'll just click on that one there, and you can actually scroll through on here. So 6.5 centimeters, just click OK, and then you hit generate. Down the bottom here, it will actually tell you what paper size that you need. Okay, so it's 19.8 centimeter square. It's always going to be a square piece of paper. My punch guide measurement is at 6.2. So on my punch board here, this is the punch guide measurement along here. Now it does have imperial and metric again. The metric is really hard to see. I just got to get it in the right light. So my punch guide will be 6.2. I have already cut out the paper that I'm going to use. So this is going to be the outside of the card, okay, the patterned paper. So 6.2, so it also comes with a scoring knife as well. So I'm just going to put 6.2, 1, 2. Okay, it's got an arm here as well, so I'm just going to have to extend that arm, smooth it up a bit. Okay, so that's where it extends to 6.2, so 6, 1, 2, pop that in there, and then it's got grooves, so going down, so I'm going to do that. Now with my punch board, I only do it on two sides. Okay, so I've done that side. I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, and I'm going to do this side. So a lot of people will do each side, but I don't. I think that's a waste because I'm already putting in two score lines. So I will do that score line and this score line. So you'll actually see, oops, it didn't score very well. We'll go back and score that. Oops. There you go. So you can see it better on the back. You can see where it's actually scored. Okay, and if you want to, just to double check, you just make sure that that fits in within the score lines there. So nice and easy. So, and where I scored was in the red box here. You'll see that there are some notches here. So I always score in this one and this one here. This score line is if you're making a box. So I've never made a box with this. I always make envelopes with this. So I make my own envelopes every time. So really good investment that. So what I'm going to do now is, before I actually fold it, I'm just going to cut it. Like I said, my blades need cutting in the We Are Memory Keepers. And this is a sunlit punch. So it actually will cut out the indent there. And it's got some guidelines just on here. So I just line them up with my score mark, just like so, and then I just punch it. I find this is really good. I don't even know if I'll sharpen my blades in the We Are Memory Keepers, because I love the We Are Memory Keepers 1, 2, 3 punch board, because it gives me a fairly good score for whatever envelope that I'm actually making. Okay, so that's all scored, and that's the little pieces that's left over. So I'm going to keep that, because on the other side will be the rounding part. Okay, I think I picked that up for like $11 or $12 at Lincraft. It's been a really good investment, this. Used it all the time. But anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and fold each of the sides. So once again, with my Memory Keepers scoreboard, it does come with a scoring knife. So I'm just going to make that nice and crisp. I'm going to do the same with that one there. Now with the bottom here, it is going to be too big. So see how it comes up over the score line here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this down. Now I think I'm going to cut it down, so you need to cut it so it's underneath that score line. But I do like to come down way down. So I might actually, and I'm just going to eyeball this once again. I'm just going to cut it there. I'm just going to go to my big guillotine, because I do want that nice and straight. And what I do is I actually line up the little cut line here and the cut line down here, and then I know that that's going to be straight. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut it at 6 centimeters. So from here to the end, or from the fold to the end, is 6 centimeters. So the other little thing is these make really good triangles. So I've made a whole heap of these for Christmas presents, and I've got a whole heap of triangles. So I'm going to do something with them. I might make a card or something. So don't throw them out. We'll see what we can do with them. So I'll just pop them aside. Okay, now with your small bits, they'll actually go on the inside. Now your your fold part here, okay, I'm just going to get some double-sided tape here, and I am just going to, and I'm just going to use my scissors, even though that you can tear it. Okay, and I'm just going to put that right on the edge, but you don't want it going over the edge as such, because you don't want your envelope to stick all together. So I'll do the same with this one. Okay. Oops. So I'm just going to release that tape on both sides here. Oops. Okay, and we're just going to fold that down. I'm going to fold that one down as well. And that's basically my envelope. Just going to do one step further. So I used some stickers on my double-sided, oh sorry, my voucher here, and I'm going to put on Christmas memories on here, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing that I did on my voucher holder. So I'm just going to cut that out. And these stickers are really good because they are not all joined together, so you can actually cut them out before you. So see how there's a little bit of a border? I'm going to do the same here. I'll just release that actually because it's in my way. Just going to get some distress. Just going to go around the outside. This. I'm just going to pretty this up a little bit because you can decorate your envelopes as well. So I'm going to go around the outside of the envelope as well. So that'll be all nice and uniform. Okay, now just going to go back to this paper pad here. This is what I used for my voucher thing. So let me see what I've got in my little stash. I always put all my little bits and pieces in an envelope at the back because you never know when you want to use them. Again, all these bits. So I think I might actually use that because that will go with the inside of the envelope as well. Just put that aside. And this is sticky back, so that's really good. Now I'm going to make a bit of a bigger border, I think, for this. Just for something different. Get my guillotine. Now because it's a bigger border, I do want to just mark it because once again, whoops, measure twice, cut once. So you don't sort of mess it. There you go. So I know that that's right. Okay, I've just got a little bit of pencil mark there. I'm just going to just remove that. Once again, I just want to go around the outside of that, just to grunge it up a bit. There you go. I'm going to stick that down with my Yoo-hoo glue. You could even pop it up on a foam dimension as well if you wanted to. Or use double-sided adhesive, whatever you feel like doing. Now, I always make sure that I've got my envelope up the right way as well. So I'll just pop that down. Once again, this is really forgiving you using Yoo-hoo glue as well. There we go. Just going to grunge up the back as well. And I like to do the flap. There you go. And that is my envelope. So I'll pop that in. Okay, so I like just to put the envelopes down just a little bit there as well, so when I actually fold my flap down, all the ribbons are all in place. Now I'm just going to use some, once again, double adhesive just on there. I won't stick it up because I need to put my voucher in. But that's my envelope. So I hope you've enjoyed part 2 of making my envelope for my double voucher holder. If you have, please give me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down below here. And until next time everybody, stay creative and happy crafting. See ya!